Hello there. I'm making this video about an amazing parable that Jesus taught us in Matthew chapter 13 verse 24. It's called the parable of the wheat and the tares. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Then Jesus sent the multitude away, and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, He that sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. The tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. So we can see how deep this parable actually goes. And we can go right from the beginning to where it says that the Son of Man is sowed good seed in his field. So Jesus has spiritual children on earth. And it says, while men slept, an enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat. So we can see that the tares and wheat grow up together in the same field, and that is what is going on right now. We have children of the devil living in the same field as the children of the kingdom. So there's wheat and tares growing at the same time, and this is just like humans. So we can see that the plants are showing us how the reality actually plays out, and what the reality actually is. Like, the harvest is coming in the future, but right now we're at the stage where the tares and the wheat are living together. The children of the kingdom, which are believers, and the children of the devil, which are basically people rejecting salvation, unbelievers, reprobates, the list goes on. And so it says that they're going to grow up together, and at the harvest, that is when the tares get gathered in bundles to be thrown into the fire. And it says the reapers are the angels. So we're actually going to see angels. You know, it does sound hard to believe, but you got to understand, in the Bible and in reality, it is a supernatural universe. We are in a spiritual realm as well as a physical realm. And even if we don't understand the spiritual, it does not mean it does not exist. A lot of people confuse invisible with imaginary. But there is a difference between imaginary and invisible. So now back to the parable. The tares get gathered in bundles to be burned in the fire by the angels. And the wheat gets gathered and brought into the barn. And the barn is Christ's coming kingdom, heaven. And we know there that there's no sickness, no sadness, no death, no disease, no pain, no sorrow. That's what's going to happen after the resurrection. And the Bible explains this too, that there's going to be a resurrection. And the tares get resurrected to what is called the resurrection of the damned. You know? And so we know for a fact that what is coming is the tares are going to be burned in the fire. And, you know, people can argue and they can use intellectual arguments, and you'll always have people arguing with you all the time, but the Bible is the ultimate truth, and it's telling us what is going to happen. No tare is going to talk his way out of it on Judgment Day. He won't be able to use intellectual arguments like when he argues with the tares, or like when a tare is arguing with a Christian in this field. It doesn't really, you know, it could be a 50-50 chance of who's right and who's wrong. But the only thing is that the Christian has the scripture on his side. And the tare is using intellectual arguments that come from secular humanism, that come from atheism, that, you know, come from theosophy and New Age and all these, you know, a lot of it is Eastern religion based. And even science has a very strong Kabbalic influence on it. And secular humanism is in the science and in the education system. But I got to stay on topic here because this is supposed to be about the wheat and the tares. And it's so easy to get into other subjects about the Bible because it's such a fascinating and endless subject. But this is just a great parable to understand what is coming, and that we're in the field together. The tares and wheat are mixed together right now. The harvest is coming, and the tares are going to be burned, and the wheat is going into the barn. And this jives with other sections of Scripture too. Even in the Old Testament and the New Testament, it's just saying it in a different way. But we know from Judgment Day in other passages of the Bible that this is what is going to happen. And so I would like to warn people as well that if you're a tare, if you're a spiritual child of the devil, then you're a tare. If you're rejecting salvation, you're rejecting the Bible, you're not giving it any respect, you're not listening, you're snubbing your nose at it, you like your own way. You don't want anybody telling you what to do. But where do you think that spiritual trait comes from? That's from Satan. And I'm going to keep this video short, and I'm going to be making other videos on parables, but I just want to make sure that you understand the parable of the wheat and the tares. And like I say, you can read it in Matthew 13:24. Alright, thanks for watching.